And we are live. All right. The first map I wanted to show today is the warning map because I think it tells a pretty good. It basically shows you what's going on across the country and some of the top stories that we're going to be talking about today. You can see there's some winter storm or winter weather advisories going on in California, Nevada, Utah, parts of the Midwest, even here in New York. And that's because there's a number of systems. One that's tracking across California right now, that's going to bring some rain and snow to California today. Then it's going to move off into Nevada, Utah area, drop some good snow there. And then it's actually going to reorganize, drop some rain over the southeast, move up into the Midwest, drop some snow up there. And then New York is mostly going to miss out on that major storm, but throughout the next couple days, the Northeast will be seeing some decent lake effect snow accumulations due to the northwesterly flow that's predominant over that area. So that's some of the big stories we're going to be talking about. Rain and snow in the west, possibility of a major snowstorm in the Midwest, lake effect snow in the Northeast, and some rain bringing a tiny flood threat to the Southeast. But for the most part, the Southeast shouldn't be in too much danger, although it's some decent rain coming in. They are below average precipitation over the last month, so it's actually going to be beneficial to pick up some rain over the next few days. And then the top story for today is going to be in California. In the near future, throughout the next week, there's 3 systems coming in. The first 2 look like they're going to be relatively weak, dropping some rain and snow, but all that much, not all that much. And then the third system that comes through has the potential to be absolutely massive. So we're going to take a really deep look into that system. It's a ways off in the forecast, so I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's certainly the thing I'm the most excited about right now, so we'll take a good look at that as well. So just going over some of the basic things I was just talking about. Right now, we're getting some heavy rain over the southeast. There's that lake effect snow showing up in the northeast. That's the big story of what's going on today. Like I said, that low pressure system over California, dropping some light rain and snow throughout the day today. It actually started about 5:30 this morning. There was maybe a 30-second period where it was actually raining decently hard. So you see, by the end of the day today, that rain has moved out of the southeast. Midwest looks like it's basically under high pressure, and that low starts to move into Nevada and Utah, dropping some heavy snowfall there. Then keep your eye on that low because that's what's going to be driving weather for the Midwest and southeast a number of days later. So that low is going to hang out, just sit over the Texas, Oklahoma area, and then you're going to see it reorganize and actually strengthen. That's going to drop some heavy rainfall over the southeast, and then as it moves north, it's going to drop some heavy snowfall over the Midwest. And unfortunately for the Northeast, this system is going to weaken by the time it actually gets over places like New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. So while that whole system is strengthening and dropping some exciting weather to the Southeast and Midwest, you can see that another little low is set to move through California and Nevada, dropping some more light rain and snow. And then the big system that is a ways off in the forecast, but is our top story for today and is the one I'm the most excited about, looks to be coming in around Tuesday night. And you can see this one is showing some heavy rainfall, heavy snowfall, maybe the biggest storm that we've had this season, and that could be happening Tuesday, Wednesday next week. So if you're familiar with my forecast, I typically have a rule of thumb that I don't trust a forecast more than 3 days out. So I'm not guaranteeing this is going to happen. The one thing I can guarantee is that this system will change, but it is the most exciting part of this forecast, so we will take a deep look into that towards the end of this live stream. First, I want to just take a look at some of the precip that should fall throughout the day today. You can see by Saturday around this time, this is the picture of where precipitation is going to be falling. You can see throughout the valley, looks like Sacramento could get some good rain. Most of that there is snow. We'll look at the snow accumulations in a second, as well as in the northeast. And then there's that strip in the southeast. That's some of the major weather that's going on today, especially throughout Louisiana, southern parts of Mississippi and Alabama. Pretty good amount of rainfall falling there over the next 24 hours. Then as we move into the extended forecast, you can see that storm as it moves across there, maybe giving you a good idea why we have those winter weather advisories. Then as it comes into the Midwest here, you can see where it strengthens, drops a bunch of rain there, and then drops some good snow over the Midwest towards the start of next week. So there's a lot to look at. I know that probably is too much to handle right there. So we'll take a good look at the accumulated snowfall over the next 24 hours. You can see this is what's expected. Light accumulations in California, some decent accumulations and winter storm warnings in Nevada, Utah, this area. We got some lake effect snow in the Northeast, but nothing too major. And then if we just move forward a little bit farther towards the start of next week, you can see that's the strip in the Midwest that's actually the storm that's over California right now. That's when it strengthens, drops that good strip right there. So we'll be taking a look at that as well. And then I'll just go forward to the top story. That's what's possible in the forecast for California. That's showing maybe 3 to 4 feet of snow. Again, it's wishful thinking, but I'm just hoping that it will happen. Another thing I always like to look at is the temperature anomalies. This shows you how high above average or below average the temperatures should be expected to be. So you can see throughout the day, Friday, majority of the country is relatively mild, around average temperatures. We do have this area of the south that could be 10 to 15 degrees above average, and then this area in the Midwest that's maybe 10 degrees below average as this cold pocket of air kind of gets pulled in to Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Parts of Wisconsin, maybe 12 degrees below average as well. But overall, relatively mild throughout the rest of the country. And then as we move into Saturday, you can see that those areas around Iowa, Wisconsin, that's going to get well below average, maybe 20 to 25 degrees. And then looking at your forecast for Sunday, looks like the pattern starts to separate a little bit better. The eastern half of the country starts to look like it's above average, while the western half looks like it's below average. That typically means there's a trough building in the west. So we could take a look at that as well. So right now, not a whole lot going on in the forecast because you can see relatively flat. We do have a little trough over the Northeast. That's what's causing the flow that's creating the lake effect snow for New York. And then this is what's really pushing in right now. So we got this little trough. That's what's bringing rain and snow to California over the next 24 hours. You can see it's not a huge trough, so that's why it's not a huge storm. But it is actually going to, you see it start to strengthen as we move through Friday and Saturday. So that's why it is going to drop some decent snowfall amounts to places like Utah and even Arizona. So you can see that is the system that, again, it's going to strengthen. And then that's where it starts to drop some good snow over the Midwest and some decent rain over the Southeast as it pushes in some warm air from Mexico. So that system's going to move off. That's the one that's bringing exciting weather to the Midwest, the big story we'll be talking about there. And then keep your eye on it. As it goes to the Northeast, it kind of just flattens out. So the Northeast will likely miss out on that one. And then here's the next, or let's go back here. That's the big Wednesday into Thursday. That's the big system that could be bringing some huge rain and snow to California. That's the system that we're going to be talking about as our big story for the day. As you see, it's a much bigger trough than that first one that moves through over California. So that's where I want to look first. We'll actually go back and just focus on California while looking at this map. So right now we have that little trough bringing some rain and snow to the area. And then come Sunday into Monday, we actually have that trough is kind of hanging around over California, bringing some more rain and snow. And then come Monday into Tuesday, another little tiny dip. That's that second system that's really part of that first system. You can see here just forming one big trough, and then that moves off. And then the real big one, the one I'm the most excited about, come Tuesday night into Wednesday. That's when that trough will start building in, and that's the top story where we could get some really good rain and snow for the west. So looking at the overall western region, we'll take a broad look at what's going on. Here's that low moving in right now, some light rain, some light snow. It's something, we'll take it. We're in an extreme drought right now, so anything we can get, we'll take. And then that low is actually going to strengthen a little bit as it goes over Nevada and Utah. You can see some heavier snowfall rates in those places. So that system clears out. That's really going to be Friday and Saturday. And then that low does hang around, drop some decent snow on Arizona throughout Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then that's the one that moves off into the Midwest. So then this next system comes in. This is going to be coming in around Sunday afternoonish, where you see Northern California starting to pick up some snow. And then come Sunday evening, that's where we could start to get some rain in the South Bay, some light snow in the Sierras. As we move into early Monday morning, that's where this rain starts to spread out over the state, even Southern California picking up a little at this point, and some more light rain for the Sierras. Then as we move through the day Monday, you can see the storm system just kind of moves south. Southern California got some rain, some more snow for the Sierras, but it is light. Again, this is where parts of Arizona could be getting some heavy snowfall. I'm actually excited to show you guys the snow accumulation map for this area. Decent snowfall in Arizona, Nevada, and Utah over the next few days. So that system moves off. That's the second system. And as you can see, for the most part, that one is a relatively light system as well. Nothing too exciting with that. The one that gets exciting is this one that could build in Tuesday evening to Wednesday morning. As you can see, heavy snowfall rates starting to build into Northern California. And then as it moves through, you can see that's one of the biggest storms that we have seen this season, at least on forecast maps. And again, this is looking at Wednesday next week, so it's a ways off in the forecast. The confidence in the model is not, I can pretty much guarantee this will change, but as of right now, it's showing a major system moving through California, so we gotta just take a look at it, as this would be a large amount of rain for the Bay Area and a ton of snow for the Sierras. I know that's a very scientific phrasing, a ton of snow. To be more specific, we could be getting 0.2 to 0.5 inches per hour of snow in the Sierras. And then you can see it's not just a quick hit and then it's off to Nevada and Utah. It's going to hang out over California for quite some time. You can see it first comes in around Tuesday evening, and it's still dropping snow on California to Thursday morning. So that's why we could see some massive accumulations with that system that comes in. So just looking at the precip throughout the day today, by this time tomorrow, you can see it's not that big of a system. Around the Bay Area, we could be getting maybe 0.1, 0.2 inches, parts of Nevada, maybe 0.2, 0.3 inches, parts of Utah, again, 0.2 inches. Nothing too major there. As that system does push east, though, we do see some strengthening. That's where it starts to drop some decent precipitation over Arizona, maybe getting into that 2-inch range. And then as that next system pushes through, you can see it's a light one again. By Tuesday, the total precipitation for the Bay Area, maybe 0.2, 0.3 inches. Similar stories throughout majority of the states, except Arizona, where picking up maybe 3 inches. And then the big one that comes through Wednesday, Thursday, that's where we really start to pick up some precipitation. Thing we're most excited about during winter, though, is that snow accumulation. So you can see by this time tomorrow, parts of Nevada could be picking up 6 to 8 inches of snow. You can see the Sierras, much lighter amounts, maybe 2 to 3 inches with this first system that comes through. Parts of Utah, select higher elevations could be in that 6 to 8 inch range, maybe a foot in select locations, but for the most part, Again, that first system relatively weak. Now that second system is the one that strengthens over Arizona, could be getting over a foot of snow there. And then maybe 2 or 3 more inches in the Sierras. Nevada at that point, this is showing by Monday, could be getting 6 to 8 inches. So then as we move through to that big system that comes through, that's where a week from now, it's showing we could have 4 feet of snow in the Sierras. Again, confidence isn't 100%, but that would be pretty amazing if that ends up happening. Because again, California is in an extreme drought. You can see Northern California, it's extreme drought. Parts of Southern California are in that extreme drought to even exceptional drought. And the same is true for Nevada, Utah, Arizona. So I know this map is pretty overwhelming to look at because there's just so much color going on here, but think of this map. This is showing the total accumulated precip with regards to the drought monitor. So we got lots of rain and snow pushing into California over the next week, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, actually especially Arizona. So thinking about this in a drought perspective, this is some terrific news. Typically weather forecasts are very scary. It's constantly focusing on the bad things going on across the country, hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires. This is actually a situation where the weather forecast is on our side. It's something to be excited about because it's showing we have 3 systems coming in over the next week, and that's going to bring much needed rain and snow to California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona. So overall, if you take nothing else from this weather forecast, it's that we've got some great news coming our way. And I'll be very curious to show this map next week to see what has maybe happened with this drought. I'm hoping that that third system, the one that looks like it could be absolutely massive, I'm hoping it comes through here, drops a ton of rain and snow, and really gets us at least to the severe drought to moderate drought. I know that's not all that great because you're still in a drought, but it's at least better than exceptional. So the local forecast that I want to dive into here is Northern California again. So this was showing 4 a.m. this morning. There was some rain in the South Bay. I was awake at this time, and it actually came down pretty hard for about 30 seconds, and then it was gone. So by 10 a.m., this is about right now, you can see rain over the majority of the Bay Area, Sierras, starting to pick up some light snow. Then as we move to 4 p.m. today, it's going, again, it's light rain, light snow, and it's going to just scatter itself across the state and then pretty much be gone by this time tomorrow. So you can see it's some rain and snow, but nothing too major. Just some light rain and snow throughout the day today. So then that next system should be starting to push in 10 a.m. on Sunday. That's where we start to pick up some light rain in Northern California. And then the South Bay should start to see some rain around 4 p.m. on Sunday as the Sierras pick up some light snow. Then with this second system, you can see still dropping snow by 4 a.m. Monday. And then that one is going to, for the most part, move out by Monday evening. So again, just a light system, the one that, and then we're going to be clear throughout Monday throughout Monday night really into Tuesday morning, and this is where that next system comes through that could end up just being absolutely massive. But I'm going to save this for the end of the video when we get into our top story of the day, because that's where I really want to dive in to that third system. So just looking at the accumulated precip, by 10 p.m. tonight, that's a good place to cut it off. So throughout the day today, you can see not all that much. San Francisco maybe getting 0.1 inches, San Jose 0.1 inches, maybe select locations along the coast could be picking up a little more, but for the most part, light precipitation. Then as that second system moves through, you can see in total, San Francisco would have picked up 0.2, San Jose 0.3. So thinking about the drought, these first 2 systems aren't going to do all that much to help us. It's not that much rain. Chico 0.4 inches, that's something. Sacramento 0.4, but that alone isn't going to be the thing that gets us out of the drought. What I'm hoping is this third system is, as we could get 3 to 4 inches of rain and 3 to 4 feet of snow. So that's why that's our top story for the day. I'm very excited about that one possibly coming in. So looking at the end of today, the snow we could pick up maybe 3 to 4 inches in select locations of the Sierras. Again, not all that much snow. By Monday, as that second system has moved through, that's where we could be getting to maybe 8 to 10 inches in the Sierras. So if you're planning on snowboarding or skiing on Sunday evening, there's going to be some snow. It's not a whole lot, but it is something. Now it's that next system where it really starts piling in maybe 3 to 4 feet, but we'll dive into that towards the end of this video. Looking at our daytime highs on Friday, San Francisco could be around 50 degrees, San Jose 48, Sacramento 50. So just like when I showed the temperature anomaly map, it's pretty average temperatures right now. As we look at the highs for this weekend, you can see Sacramento warming up a little bit to 57, San Jose 50, San Francisco 51. And then if we take a quick look at Sunday, actually a bit of a cool down. Sacramento now showing 48, San Francisco 49. So that's where that next system starts to push in. That's why the temperatures start to cool a little bit. So overall, mild, cool weekend, light rain and snow. So the next location I want to look at is the southeast here. And you can see on the wide view of this map, picking up some decent rain right now, especially in southern parts of Mississippi and Alabama. But the reason I'm showing this wide view is I really want to show this low that is currently bringing some rain and snow to California. Keep your eye on it as it starts to bring some snow to Utah. It's actually going to It's actually going to drop down and then re-strengthen over Texas area right there. That's the part I was trying to show. Right at maybe Sunday night into early Monday morning, that's when it strengthens, pulls in some moisture, some warm air, and then drops some heavy rain over the southeast. So that's most likely the biggest story we're going to be talking about there. There is some rain going on today. It's tiny flood threat in the area, nothing too major. But this area is actually an area that I'll go back to the drought monitor if I can find it. There are abnormally dry spots throughout the southeast as well. So when it comes to this rain coming in, this is good news, just like the rain was good news for the west. And then as you see that system move across, it's just going to continue to drop rain across the southeast. So if we look at that another way, there's that big trough coming through California right now, dropping some rain and snow. And then take a look as it almost combines with the second system, and then that's where it brings some heavy rain to the southeast. So it's really that system that moves through California that'll eventually bring heavy rain to the southeast. So looking at the rain right now, you can see the heaviest spots are in southern Louisiana, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama. And then as we move into Friday afternoon, it's going to move east into Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, but it's just going to be light rain. It's not all that much. The majority of it's fallen right around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama throughout early morning, and then you can see it's actually going to, for the most part, clear up throughout early Saturday into Sunday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon and then Sunday night. Not all that much for your day Saturday, where we start to see that heavier rain start again. Sunday at around 1 p.m., Mississippi could be getting maybe 0.2 to 0.5 inches per hour, and that's that heavier rain as that storm had really strengthened that I was just showing you. That's about Monday morning. That's where that heavy rain should drop and then just move itself across Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia Monday into Tuesday. You can see Wednesday there's the potential for some very heavy rain in Georgia. We'll be taking a look at the accumulations of that right now. So you can see throughout the day today, by this time tomorrow, you can see this strip of rain where the heaviest accumulations will fall. We've got basically central Louisiana, maybe getting 1 to 2 inches, southern Mississippi, 2 to 2.5 inches of rain, and then southern Alabama in that 1 to 2 inch of rain as well. It's really this strip right here. And then, like I said, for the most part, as we move through Saturday, not all that much new accumulations will be falling until that new system pulls in and drops some heavier rains in the northern parts of the southeast. So the other interesting thing going on in the forecast for the southeast is what's going on with the temperatures. For the most part, nothing too exciting over the next couple days, but then as we move into Sunday, watch what happens with the temperature anomalies here as we get 20 to 30 degrees above average early Monday morning. And then this blob is just going to move across the southeast Monday through Tuesday, where we are 20 to 25 to even 30 degrees above average. So this is now showing Tuesday morning. You can see that this massive temperature anomaly has moved into Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas, where we're 20 to 30 degrees above average. Had to point this out because that might be the biggest story when it comes to the southeast. Very far above average temperatures. So we'll take a look at what kind of temperatures we can expect. You can see, even though it's mid-January and it's wintertime, we're going to be in the mid-70s, possibly even 80s in some places on Monday. And then if we look into Tuesday, that's where it has moved east into Georgia and the Carolinas. Again, mid-70s, high 70s, possibly even 80s in Florida. So this is pretty significant for something happening during the winter time. So that basically wraps up what's going on in the southeast. Like I said, rain throughout the day today, the heaviest rain falling this morning, and then more rain as that low pressure system organizes and strengthens sometime Monday morning, dropping some heavier rainfall over parts of the southeast. And then again, that big temperature anomaly, it's kind of a tongue twister, anomaly, and that's going to be bringing mid-70s to 80s come Monday and Tuesday next week. So the next region I want to dive into is the Midwest here, and let's just make sure we're going back to the start. So you can see in the Midwest, not a whole lot happening throughout the day today, and then come Saturday into Sunday, that's where we could start to see some light snowfall over the area. And then keep your eye on this low pressure system here. This is the one that is over California right now. It's dropping some rain and snow currently. And then that's going to strengthen. And then watch as it brings in some moisture down from Mexico area. It's going to bring in some moisture. It's going to strengthen, bring down some cold air. And then this is where it starts to drop some heavy snowfall rates over the Midwest, looking at early Monday morning to Monday afternoon. That's some heavy snowfall rates right there. That's looking at maybe 0.2 to 0.5 inches per hour. This has the potential to be a major snowstorm. Unfortunately, the forecast models aren't actually looking as good as they were yesterday. Yesterday, they were showing maybe 2 feet of snow with this storm. Now they're showing maybe 1 to 1.5. And by the time it gets to the northeast, it basically dies out. So the northeast is going to be missing out on that storm as it moves farther east. So just looking at that another way, that's that trough that's bringing rain and snow to California. Keep your eye on it as it strengthens and then turns into a major trough where it will be dropping heavy rain and snow over the Midwest. So it's really that system over California right now that'll be bringing exciting weather to the Midwest later. So if we actually click through and look at that, you can see not a whole lot going on throughout the day today. High pressure over the area, so not much going on in the way of exciting weather. Then, as we push into Saturday evening to early Sunday morning, that's where we start to pick up some light snow, maybe rain in the southern locations where it's a little bit warmer. You can see Wisconsin, Michigan getting some light snow throughout the day Sunday. So you have that to look forward to throughout Saturday evening and the day Sunday. Northern parts of the Midwest will be picking up some light snow. And then this is the big system that comes through. You can see it's going to start as some heavy rain for parts of Illinois and Indiana. And then here's where it really strengthens. It's starting to pull down that cold air from Canada. And then that's where we start to pick up some heavy snowfall rates, maybe 0.2 inches per hour. And let's look at the exact timing of this. So it starts to push in. We start to feel the first effects of it early Monday morning. And then by Monday afternoon, that's where the heavy snowfall starts to fall. And then you see some heavy rain in parts of Indiana and Ohio. And then here's some heavy snowfall for Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, Michigan, parts of northern Illinois. That's throughout the day, Monday working into Tuesday. By Tuesday afternoon, or even Tuesday morning, this is when this low has started to weaken, just some light snow at that point. So the bulk of the storm, it starts Sunday night to early Monday morning, and then drops its heaviest snowfall rates throughout the day Monday, and then Tuesday it weakens and it's gone. So let's actually look at some of the accumulated snowfall. Remember, it starts off with just some light snow throughout the day Saturday and Sunday, maybe getting 2 to 3 inches throughout Wisconsin, Iowa, very northern parts of Illinois. Nothing too major. Michigan maybe picking up 2 to 3 inches by the end of this weekend as well. So not all that much, but the real exciting thing starts to happen as that big system pushes through. That's where we can get maybe a foot and a half of snow in parts of Iowa, northern Illinois, Indiana could be getting 6 to 8 inches, as well as parts of Michigan and Wisconsin's going to be in the lighter range. They're just missing out. And again, this is farther into the forecast, so there's always the chance that this strip moves north, that it moves south, that it doesn't even happen at all. That's why I'll continue to do these forecast videos to update you guys as this situation changes. So let's take a look at the total accumulated snowfall on a more local scale. So this is showing by Monday, not all that much snow. Like I said, just light amounts. And then once that big system pushes through, this is showing by Wednesday next week. So it's after that system is pushed through. Remember, it eases up on Tuesday. So in total, by Wednesday next week, parts of Chicago could be getting 9 inches of snow. And parts of northern Illinois and Indiana could be in that 6 to 8 inch range. So again, this isn't our top story for today because it has weakened since the forecast yesterday. Hopefully that's not a trend. If that is a trend, this might be decreasing even more, but I'll keep you guys updated as this situation progresses. For the most part right now, you have this strip, northern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio getting maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow, and then select locations possibly picking up over a foot. So the next place I want to look at is the Northeast. And the big story going on over the next 24 to 48 hours is just lake effect snow. That's going to be dropping over New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Just some light snow, nothing too exciting. And then this high pressure system is going to dominate over the area, really destroying your chances of precipitation throughout Saturday and early Sunday. As we get into Sunday afternoon, you can see the Northeast still relatively dry, but then that's going to change as we get into the day Monday. So I'm going to back it up here. There's this low pressure system that started off as the storm over California that's dropping rain and snow right now. That's going to hang out over the middle of the country until about Sunday, Monday, where it's going to strengthen and bring great snowfall to the Midwest. Unfortunately, it's going to significantly weaken before moving into the Northeast. So Northeast will pick up, or at least it's forecasted to pick up, some light snow early Tuesday morning, but at this point in time, the low just completely weakens. And if we want to see that in a better way, you can see this is that system in its creation. That's what's showing right now. The trough over California, bringing some rain and snow. Keep your eye on it, because as right here, that's where it starts to bring some heavy snowfall amounts to the Midwest, maybe over a foot in select locations. But then watch as it moves farther east. It completely flattens out. So that's why the Northeast, for the most part, is going to be missing out on this system that's bringing exciting weather to the west today, the Midwest Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then Northeast just kind of misses out. So that's unfortunate, but I guarantee you there will be more storms in the future. And on the bright side, you are going to be picking up some snow accumulations throughout the day today. As I'll actually go back here because this shows perfectly what's going on. You can see the predominant flow. It's going right over the Great Lakes, going from northwest to southeast. So what that does, the lakes are still unfrozen. You get a bunch of lake effect snow. And that's what is the dominant story for the Northeast throughout the day today. So looking at Friday morning, picking up some lake effect snow. And that's going to be the story throughout the day Friday. Lake effect snow for New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, even some parts of Maine, getting a little taste of that cold air and snow. Then as we move into Saturday, eases up, not a whole lot going on till that system starts to move in on Tuesday. So it might first move in as rain. The actual temperatures around this time, confidence isn't that great in the models, but as of right now, it's showing it's going to start Monday evening as some decent snowfall for Pennsylvania. Actually, I say decent, it's light snowfall. I'm not going to try to make it seem like it's more than it actually is. It's going to be light snow because, again, at this point, this is shown Tuesday morning. At this point, the system is really weakened, but it is going to be widespread. Majority of Pennsylvania picking up some snow. Maybe some parts along the coast could get a little taste. Western New York starts to see that snow early Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, spreads out over New York, and then even working into Tuesday evening, it does hang around a while. So you might get some decent accumulations just because it's hanging out for such a long period of time. But as you can see, there's no part of this forecast where it's like exceptional or it's 0.5 inches per hour of snow or anything extreme. It's just light snow for long amounts of time. So you will get some accumulations. What will those accumulations be? Well, you can see by Sunday morning, there's parts of New York getting maybe 2 to 3 inches, very select higher elevation, coldest spots right by the lakes, getting maybe 6 to 8 inches. Then you see Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, picking up 1 to 3 inches. And then with that next system that comes through, keep in mind, it'll be adding on to these totals. That's coming through Tuesday. And if we just click through that, you can see pretty disappointing system. We'll see if it changes in the forecast. Forecasts always do change, especially when it's something happening more than 3 days out. You can see widespread snow over Pennsylvania in the 3 to 5 inch range. Western New York, right by the lakes, could be getting 6 inches. But for the most part, light accumulations over the Northeast over the next week. Nothing to be too excited about. So taking a more local look at these snow accumulations, by Sunday at 7 a.m., you see maybe 1 to 2 inches, especially along the western portions of the state where you're closer to the Great Lakes, and that's because it's the lake effect that's causing this snow in the first place. And then if we just zoom through and look as that other system pushes through that's bringing maybe a foot of snow to the Midwest, you're maybe getting 6 inches on the western parts of New York, but for New York City, going to be more like 3 inches over the next week. So again, there's some exciting weather going on across the country, but Northeast isn't exactly one of those places. The most exciting weather event is what's going on in the West, with the possible snowstorm bringing 3 to 4 feet of snow over the next week. Now again, this is highly speculative. It's a ways off in the model. It's set to happen maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. So I guarantee everything I'm about to say is going to change. But California is in an exceptional drought, and more than anything, I might just really want this storm to happen. So we're going to take a look at it just for fun, just to see what happens. And again, if this does come through, we could see inches of rain throughout the Bay Area and feet, maybe 3 to 4 inches of rain in the Bay Area, 3 to 4 feet of snow in the Sierras. So that's the top story that we're going to be looking at right now. First, I'll just remind you of the first two systems coming through California. First one is over us right now, looking out my window. It's currently raining. So that first system, it's light, it's pretty weak. We get some rain and snow, but then it moves off and drops even more snow to other parts of the country. So that first system that we're seeing throughout the day today, going to bring some light rain and snow, but nothing too exciting. Then a second little system pushes through Sunday evening into Monday. Similar story to what's happening today. Light rain, light snow. Again, nothing too exciting and not the kind of event that will get us out of our drought. What I'm hoping and crossing my fingers for is this next system here that you see creeping in on the horizon come Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday morning. Again, this is a ways off in the forecast, so the exact timing is for sure going to change for when this comes in. The exact totals are for sure going to change. What is more likely is the fact that there will be a big system overall. The exact timing and totals up for debate, but the grand picture is likely going to happen. I'll say that much. So we start to see that Tuesday afternoon into early Wednesday morning. That's where it really starts to hit, and you can see it hangs out for a while. That's why the totals with this one appear to be as large as they are, is because it's not just a quick hitter that moves over the region. It really hangs out over California for 24 to 36 hours. So just taking another look, there's that first trough, the one that's bringing us rain and snow right now. Then the next one that is on the smaller range, and then the big one that comes in Tuesday night to Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. Again, exact timing unclear, but you can see that is a much bigger trough than those first two little systems that push through. So looking at what we can expect over the region as it comes in, again, this is, as of right now, this is showing Tuesday afternoon. Will change, but heavy snow accumulations. That's maybe 0.2 to 0.5 inches per hour in the Bay Area. Places like Sacramento, North Bay, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Cruz Mountains, down into Monterey. That's where we could be getting some heavy rain, 0.2 to 0.5 inches per hour. And like I said, it's going to be hanging out for a while. So we first see it push in maybe Tuesday evening, and it doesn't push out until Friday morning. So this could be a massive system that hangs out for quite some time. But the majority and the bulk of this system dropping heavy rain over the Bay Area and heavy snow over the Sierras, mostly Tuesday through Wednesday, and then working into early Thursday morning. That's the bulk of this storm as the forecast models are showing right now. So you can probably tell I'm excited about it. I've been looking forward to a nice big winter storm. California, again, let's see if I can just quickly find that graph or the exceptional drought. There it is. You can see California, extreme drought, Northern California, especially in the Sierras, we're still in severe drought, extreme drought. So if this storm could end up actually coming through, this would be huge for the state of California. And, I think it will. I think we're going to get some good rain and snow over the next week. And if nothing else, the first two systems at least are guaranteed to give us something. So here's this major system as it comes in. There you see 4 p.m. on Tuesday. That heavy snow starts to build into Northern California. North Bay, South Bay getting a light taste of this rain. And then the heavy rain starts to build in 10 p.m. on Tuesday as the Sierras start to pick up some heavy snowfall. The heaviest snowfall and the heaviest rain likely, or I shouldn't say likely, but forecasted to happen late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. Heavy rain over the Bay Area, heavy snow in the Sierras. And then you can see continues until about 10 p.m. on Wednesday. So like I said, accumulations with this one could be great because it's lasting such a long time. So I'm going to show what we could expect to pile on to our accumulation totals if this big system does end up happening. You can see by this time, this is showing by Tuesday, this gives you a good idea of what these first two systems are going to do. San Francisco, with the whole first two systems, getting only 0.2 inches of rain. San Jose, whole 0.3 inches of rain. So those first two systems, although it is currently raining right now, and I'm in the Santa Cruz Mountains, so I might be getting a little more rain than the lower elevations here, but two systems not doing all that much for us. It's this big system, if it comes through, that could give us 2 to 3 inches of rain around Santa Rosa, San Francisco, San Jose. And, something I just thought of, overall, I would say this is beneficial because California is in extreme drought and we could really use the rainfall. And overall, I would say this is a good news forecast. One thing that just popped into my head that we do have to keep in mind, though, are the burn scars. If you don't remember, or if you're watching this forecast right now, it's most likely because you watched some of my wildfire forecasts throughout the season. The 2020 wildfire season was the worst season on record. So what just popped into my head is the fact that we have some big burn scars where a lot of the vegetation has been burned out, especially in the North Bay, where we had the LNU lightning complex, in the South Bay, where we had the SCU lightning complex and the CZU lightning complex. So what happens there is when you have big burn scars like that, where there was a massive wildfire, it burns out all the vegetation. So then there's nothing holding the soil in place. So then if you get heavy rainfall, that's where you start to get the risk for mudslides. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I'm saying it's something we might have to keep our eye on and talk about sometime early next week when I'm doing my forecast before this big system comes in. I'll maybe do a little research and see if that could be something that we're worried about. But overall, I would say this is a good news forecast. My biggest concern right now is the drought and future wildfires. So getting some great rainfall right now returns some moisture to the plants. That's good news. Great news overall. And possibly the best news is for the skiers and snowboarders out there based on what could happen with the snowfall over the next week. So you can see by Tuesday, maybe 6 to 10 inches in select locations of the Sierras with those first two systems. Not all that much, but it is something. Now, as that big system moves through, that's where the snow really starts to pile up, as we could get 3 to 4 feet of snow in the next week. Again, I gotta say it, this is more than 3 days out in the forecast, so I guarantee the exact timing and totals of this event will change. But if you want to stay updated with it, you can subscribe to my channel where I'll be doing live forecasts like this, hopefully every single morning. And we're definitely going to be keeping our eye on this storm because if this could happen, it could be huge for the state of California, and I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that it does. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy this nice rain that we have right now. Thanks for watching.